My BF keeps trying to initiate intimacy when his mic is on. I am not the oop. Oop is you. Throw ragamemic 4D. My BF keeps trying to initiate intimacy when his mic is on. Originally posted to R2 Hot Takes. Original post July 6, 2023. Sami, F21, and my BF, M22, have known each other for about 2 years and been dating for 6 months. Usually he is very sweet and considerate of me and my needs. We spend ample time together and he has never given any indication of crossing my boundaries or being disrespectful. But recently he's begun doing something that I now find a bit weird. He has a gaming setup in the nook of his apartment where he plays with some people, friends online. Often. He doesn't stream or anything, but there is a camera on his monitor that I have never seen on, but isn't covered by any tape. A couple of weeks ago I was over and he was gaming, which was fine. I made some sandwiches for us because usually he'd finish up within a few minutes. This time he took a bit longer than usual, so I popped in and asked when he thought he'd be done. I admit I did sit in his lap, but he took the opportunity to initiate some touching. One thing led to another and we ended up being intimate. I went along with it, but moved to unplug his headset and he didn't protest. That was that, and we spent the day together like normal. But then it happened again about a week later. He began maneuvering me into his lap during a game, even being verbal with the mic on. Obviously this made me uncomfortable, so I asked him to turn it off as well as the game. He played it off like he forgot the mic was on, but I'm not so sure. Incidents like that have happened 2 more times. Both times I declined before it got too far. But I'm wondering if something weird is going on. I got a bit paranoid and checked his monitor, but the camera was still off. I asked him to put some tape over the camera and he got a little defensive, asking if I thought he was a pervert or something. He wouldn't let it go even after I explained some concerns with people hacking cameras and his mic being on. He shrugged and basically told me that it's not a big deal if people hear us. People do it all the time. I was in complete disbelief about that and upset that he didn't see the issue. That statement all but confirmed he was doing it on purpose. But he maintains that turning off the mic slipped his mind. So am I overreacting? Is there something going on that I'm not seeing, or is it most likely nothing? I'm scared to ask my friends about it and similar experiences because it's a bit embarrassing. And this is my first serious BF. Every time I try to have a conversation about it, he manages to make me feel like I'm making things weirder, bigger than they are. Update July 10th, 2023. So I forgot to post an update because I was busy with school. But here it is. I don't know if anyone is still paying attention to this post or wants an update at all, but here it is. Link to the original post. Original. So after the influx of messages warning me about some nefarious spyware or hidden cameras in his home, I took it upon myself to check out my BF's computer when he wasn't home. He doesn't have a password, but I also don't ever go on his PC, so I feel he didn't take any preventative measures against snooping. I do feel bad about it, but all the messages gave me horrific anxiety, and he refused multiple attempts at a mature conversation. So I looked through folders, programs, and browser history, and no, I did not find any secret OnlyFans or creep shots of me. What I did find was small archive of XXX gamer videos. I don't know exactly how to feel about it, but the video titles included things like XX under the desk, support under the desk, gamer leaves camera on. I felt immediately violated and alarmed. It seemed like he'd intended to recreate the videos with me, but I have no idea how far he'd been willing to take it. I continued searching and stumbled upon an old 4chan account I had no idea he had. He doesn't even use Reddit. The account only had posts dating back to around 78 years ago, but some recent saved threads made my stomach twist. One of the threads went into detail about how they'd coerced their partner into performing on the mic for their gaming buddies. The thread was extremely explicit, graphic, and humiliating. There were other threads following a similar vein, but I couldn't stomach reading them. I grabbed all my things and quickly left. I blocked my BF's number and hadn't spoken to him since. The thought of his voice made me feel ill, and I honestly felt unsafe being in that APPT and near his computer. I called my sister and she came back to the APPT to stay with me. Once I told her everything, I assume he started spamming me all day once I didn't respond to his messages in the afternoon, because he showed up at my place toward the end of the night. My sister blocked him at the door and wouldn't let him see me. I simply curled up in bed and hid under the covers to block it all out. She called him a weirdo and a pervert, and I suppose he caught on because he started trying to explain from the doorway. My sister cut him off and he only ended up leaving once she threatened to call the police on him. He didn't try to come back again, but I kept him blocked for the next few days. He eventually managed to get through on a burner account. He questioned me and asked me why I was doing this. I explained, listing out everything I'd found on his computer and sending screenshots. How he'd lied, gaslighted me, and attempted to use me without my explicit consent. There was radio silence on the other end until apologies started rolling in, begging me to give him another chance and let him explain. I denied and told him to give me time to think. Then I blocked that account as well. That was a couple of days ago, and my head is honestly so scrambled. I have no idea what to think. I feel betrayed and violated on a cellular level. If the thought of humiliating me gives him any pleasure at all, the thought of stepping back into that apartment makes my skin crawl. And I have no clue if I even want to have a sit down with him or just be done with it all. Edit. I feel that I need to clarify because there is some confusion. I do not know exactly how 4chan works. Though this website had exclusively 4chan content, I did not spend very long in the forum if that was what it was. Please do not attack me in the comments for my slip-up. My focus was on typing this for anyone who took the time to give me advice, in the hopes that it would help clear my head. This is a repost sub IAM, not the OOP. The BF is a pervert. Anyone that's halfway decent could probably find a willing partner who would RP this. It is not a weird diaper scat fetish. But as with predators, it's not the act but the coercion that turns them on. There are many ethical ways to explore your kink, including consensual non-consent, but it's not enough for the crazies. That would be so traumatizing. I'm glad she had her sister for support, but I hope she goes to therapy, too, because that would really screw with my self-image and ability to trust. I'm so happy she trusted her instincts and got the hell out of there. X is a major creep, and I have no doubt he would have escalated in some capacity. Reading this made my skin crawl. Op should really trust her gut. Her BF is pretty a creep, and what he did was creepy and manipulative. Some of the descriptions that Op wrote about the BF was creepy and messed up. Hopefully Op is able to stay away from him for good. Yikes. I'm so glad OOP listened to her instincts and to good advice. Here's hoping she kept him blocked and is safe. The way OOP writes it, there were many few days, gaps between the first post and then breaking up and later confronting the BF, yet all of these happened in a span of 4 days. Add that 4chan stuff to it and this is a big steaming pile of BS. 4chan account, LMAO. The aspiring writers on this website are so clueless. 4chan doesn't work like that, and that excuse doesn't either. Poor girl. I hope she doesn't end up going back to this creep. I would have told his non-gaming friends and his mother why they broke up so he does not get to write his own narrative. 4chan account. Had me going there, op. Disgusted at a cellular level that says everything right there. That 4chan part is so wrong. Oops, should have taken another website. An old 4chan account. Dude, you're an idiot. You'll never be able to trust him ever again. His desire to create his own porn with you without your consent is a violation of your autonomy and a destruction of the implicit trust given to someone in a relationship. He is not worth your time, and who knows how many other women he's done this to. If you were indeed the first he pulled this with, this will be a very valuable although painful lesson for him to learn. You don't ever treat another human being in this way. Ever. Gross. Having a fetish is absolutely acceptable. Rolling unsuspecting people into your fetish without their express permission is not okay. One time several years ago I was playing Halo with some friends and we were doing team deathmatch. The game wouldn't kick you out for AFK like most of them do now. There was one Rondo on the team who was doing alright and communicating with us. But at some point we heard his girlfriend talking to him more and more over the mic. At some point, it was clear he had put down the controller and headset and they were getting down. His partner was quite vocal and kept a steady tempo. All of this was clearly broadcast over his headset mic to us as a team. And my friends, I can tell you as a team we were silent as dormice over voice chat as we listened to the growing intensity and culmination of our Rondo teammates' sexual congress. The strangest thing was, as a team, even though said teammate was AFK, we were killing it. Comms were kept to a bare minimum so as not to distract. Yet we won capture after capture of the flag despite being down an active teammate. After a full game or two, Romeo got back on headset. He said hello as if he was meeting a brand new team. Not knowing we had heard a full sexual encounter which we all rated at least 8.5 out of 10. Romeo was embarrassed once he realized we had heard him give his girlfriend at least 1.5 capture. The flag's worth of heaven. But goddamn if he didn't play his heart out, and we went on to win the next 3 matches. 4chan account. Apologies started rolling in, begging me to give him another chance and let him explain. I have no clue if I even want to have a sit down with him or just be done with it all. We know how these boys process rejection. There's no point meeting with him again. First they apologize and grovel. Then when that doesn't work they get angry and start blame shifting. Nothing productive comes from sticking around for the second part. 4chan account lol. Let's not muddy the waters here. This wasn't simply tricking her into his kink, or pushing her boundaries. Sex without full informed consent is rape. This was attempted rape. We, society in general, need to stop tiptoeing around these subjects. The fact that we're not direct about these things is the reason why so many people aren't sure if they're justified in feeling like something is wrong.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.